Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of my Minecraft Let's Play. So since last episode I have expanded our nice new wheat farm to a new module, as you can see here, and it's very productive. We get a lot of wheat from this, which is fantastic, and we've got a lot of seeds as well, so we will be able to expand this. I'm not sure how many modules I want to dedicate purely to wheat, because we will be having carrots and potatoes and beetroot as well in this farm. Apparently it's not nighttime, but it seems pretty dark here. But anyway, my plan for this is basically to have a huge greenhouse with these modules like on either side and this like middle walkway here, possibly even multiple layers if this doesn't seem enough. But that's going to require a absolute ton of glass, and I do not have that much sand, so that will not be a project for this episode. However, my plan for this episode is to hopefully do some work in the village, and I'd really like to get a villager breeder created, because I feel like there's going to be a lot we can do once we get a few villagers roaming. We can also get into trading, and it's going to be really good because then we'll be able to get lanterns from those villagers, as well as lots of other things, but mainly I just really want lanterns. So that is what I'm going to do. Got a bit of an issue here. I feel like I need to get your mum from the chest. There we go, that's just what I need. Let's just fix that. Perfect. I would also like to do a little bit of work on the house. I've kind of decided that this is going to be sort of like a rolling project, so it's going to sort of last for a few episodes, because I mean I don't want to do just building in any episode, so it might be kind of good to just sort of spread out the project and sort of add some diversity to the episodes. Maybe I might just end up doing it and completely finishing in one episode, I'm not sure. I have done a little bit of planning though for what I want to do for the front of the house on a creative world, so that's definitely going to be what I'm going to be putting here. I just have to get the resources for it and make it in survival, which is not that easy. And this is the village, so I'm not sure where I want to put the breeder. I'm thinking of possibly making it like into a house, so like I can just press a button and then just let villagers swarm into the city or village. But I don't know where to put it. Maybe up there might be a good spot for it. I also have no idea how to build a villager breeder. I have not made one since the new villager sort of like mechanics of the workbenches and all of that. So it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna have to hop into a creative world and figure out exactly how to make an efficient breeder. I know there are some designs which allow you to sort of collect carrots and things, because they sort of, you have one trapped within an area and it just lobs carrots at another. They produce a baby, it pops out, and then you can sort of collect all of the good carrots that it drops. So that's probably going to be the design I go for. I just have no idea how to make that design at the moment. Okay guys, so after a lot of thinking and work on a creative world, I have come to the very difficult decision that I have got absolutely no idea how to make a perfectly working villager breeder. And so I have decided to do a lot of research onto YouTube, which is basically just the very first search that came up, and there is a really successful design which you've probably already heard of, which is done by Impulse. So if you want to know exactly how to make that, I will link it in the description so you can watch it. And for that reason, I probably won't show how it's made. But like I said, if you want to see a block for block instructions on how to make it, you can watch that. Also, you will see the finished product, which it's pretty easy to sort of tell how it's made from that. But it can be quite useful to sort of have the video in the background just so you can be sure that you don't make any mistakes. Now, I need to figure out where I'm going to put the damn thing. So my original plan was to make it within the mountain and sort of have it hidden, and then they just come out of the mountain and drop in a little house, so we can decide, you know, where we want to put the villagers from there. But that might not be the greatest idea because of how small this mountain is, which means I'm going to have to be doing an absolute ton of terraforming, and I really do not want to have to do that, so I might just make one large house. Now, where I'm going to put that, I have got no clue at the moment. Probably here, or possibly here, because these are basically the only large areas, because it's quite big, so I don't want to sort of be really tight for space, because most of these houses here I'm probably going to upgrade and sort of make it's my own village style at some point, because this will be my main sort of world village, as it's so close to my slowly but surely progressing house that's up there looking over on the mountaintops. So I am going to get started here. When I figure out exactly where I'm going to put it. I guess I'm going to have to do a little bit of measuring to make sure like where it can actually fit. So this is the start of the villager breeder here. You can kind of get an idea from this how big it's going to be. It's sort of the floor template for the design. I decided to sort of squeeze it in the corner over here, so it's sort of hidden behind that mountain and it sort of peeks off, and it's also slightly raised up, so hopefully the villagers will then be able to fall into sort of like a little gap under here in the mountain. I think that's going to look pretty good. I've got a long way to go with this, but this is the start, just so you got an idea of sort of how big it's going to be. You know, this is my biggest recommendation if you're making any new projects. Always bring a chest, maybe even 2 chests, a crafting bench and a bed, because it's such a pain in the ass when it's nighttime and you have to trek all the way back to your house to sleep, and also your inventory gets really full of resources really quick when you are doing new projects. It's just great to have a chest so you can, you know, dump off all this unnecessary things like, you know, these poppies. I mean, I'm not going to need them for this project, but they're all over the place, so I'm probably going to get more. Really handy. And crafting benches. You know, not dispensers though. Don't put dispensers down. It's an easy mistake to make. Come across one small issue. I have got to fill all of this, and I have 1 carrot. So yeah, that's a bit of an issue, but thankfully I have got a lot of bones, so hopefully I'll be able to make enough carrots that this won't be like a completely bare bit of land. I don't think it matters that they're all full, as long as, you know, there's a decent amount of carrots in there for the villager to use. Okay, I'm much more happy with the look of this than just 1 single carrot. To be honest, that 2 stacks of bone meal made a lot more carrots than I thought it would. Okay guys, so I have actually managed to complete this here. I did make a couple of changes, like I had to put a trapdoor over here, which isn't in the video. And you basically have to put that from what I could tell, otherwise it doesn't work. So I'm not sure why that wasn't included in the video. But basically, the trapdoor stops the farmer from sleeping in the bed at night, because if he does, then the issue is during the day, when he wakes up, he actually appears in there with the 2 sort of breeding villagers, which basically completely messes it up. I also added a little door here so that I can get in and out easily when I need to, and I also made a bit of a mistake, which I think is quite easy. If you put blocks here and here underneath the glass, it actually doesn't work properly. It does work occasionally, but the issue is the farmer is trying to breed with those 2 there, which doesn't work at all. I also should really put a roof on this, just in case they get struck by lightning. I mean, it's like, it's really rare, but it is possible, and I don't want them to become witches, because it was a bit of a pain to get them in there. I mean, it didn't take too long. It wasn't that hard. The main problem was the one that was all the way down there, basically in the sort of like little dip between the 2 mountains. So I had to sort of push him up all of these rails here, which took a little bit of time. And of course, I had the issues with the farmer waking up in there, so I had to sort of get them all out and put them back in again, which was a bit tedious. But overall, I'm quite happy with it. So basically, the villager, as you can see there, pops down into the middle, and then I can chart him off and do what I want. My plan is actually to dig a bit of a hole and make a sort of like chamber under the mountain here, where I basically decide the fate of the villagers. I'm gonna try and sort of make little cages for them with the different professions, and I'll trade with them, and then if it turns out they have bad trades, I'll then let them out into the wilderness and they can sort of be part of the village. I'll sort of send them up in a water stream is sort of my plan. However, I don't know how hard that will be. Also, if you're making this early game, in the video they use lanterns. I sort of didn't want to do that. I could have gone and got glowstone, but I entered the nether, and yeah, it was hard. I got like absolutely bombarded. I don't know why. There's zombie villagers all after me and stuff, so I just thought, I'm going to make a little bit of a pumpkin farm here, and I'm just going to make it out of jack-o'-lanterns, which is what I did, and it was so much easier than getting glowstone. And also I've got like a nice supply of pumpkins now, which is great. Now, if you do make this, it is important that you move the babies away, because if you don't, then they will occupy that bed, so they won't be able to breed, or it won't be as efficient. I think sometimes they might actually breed, like I think they can lock onto this bed possibly, so they might make another baby, but I do not plan to have this here permanently. Now, I'm probably going to make this into some sort of building in the future, so it's like sort of covered up. Maybe, I'm not too sure, but I don't think it looks too out of place there. I need to sort of swirl the pumpkins around. but that was really hard to place because I sort of stupidly put the glass for some of them before I put the pumpkin in because I didn't have them yet, and now it's extremely hard for me to then place the pumpkin in the right place unless I put the glass. And I don't have that much glass, so I thought not much point because it is doing the job lighting it up. So yeah, now we only have one villager left. I did have 4, which was quite nice. I don't know where he is. I think he's in... No, he's not in that one. Where is he? He's in one of the houses. I might have let him... Oh, no, there he is. Okay. I don't know if you could see him, but yeah, there he is. He was in that house, but I let him out because, I mean, I have no reason to keep him anymore. I've got all my villagers perfectly safe in their little compartments over there. I wasn't sure what kind of villager would actually be made. I'm guessing it is biome based. I thought there was a possibility it could be like from like what kind of villagers you actually use to breed that would decide the offspring, but I'm guessing that is the mountain villager. I've not actually seen any mountain villagers, but I've not seen that type of villager before, so it must be the mountain kind, which I actually kind of like. But it will be a little bit weird having them sort of like interbreeding or sort of intermixing with the acacia villagers, though I only actually have one who I have made into a farmer who very nicely trades emeralds, so that means that I do have a little bit of a source of emeralds. However, I also don't have any food on me, so I've been eating the carrots, so I probably shouldn't have traded them all for emeralds because I need to eat them. Now, I think it's going to be a good idea to start digging the little hole that these guys are going to fall through. However, I need iron, and I think it's... Oh! We just got another baby. Why does that one not have a funny hat? Huh. Okay, now I'm just making the same noises as them. I really should stay away. I think I've spent a little bit too long with villagers today, but I have not finished my project, so I am going to have to continue spending time with my lovely new villagers. And that guy was also a mountain dude, so I'm guessing I'm not going to be getting any more of the beautiful acacia type, because I do love the little red coats, but unfortunately I am not rebuilding that in the acacia biome, so we're going to have to deal with the mountain villagers. And you know what, they might actually be better when they grow up. I haven't really seen any, so I'm not too sure. But right now I need to get some iron because I need a shovel. And thankfully I have got an absolute ton of iron. Let's make a shovel here. For some reason I seem to go through more shovels than anything else. I guess it's because I've been clearing out this stupid top here, which was like an insane amount of dirt. Are you sure how deep I need to go down? I don't want to go too far because that's just going to be a lot of work. I'm guessing that the second villager there actually sort of bred from this bed, because I'm assuming that the other one is still locked in with the sort of third bed there, but I'm not too sure. Maybe it is working okay. Maybe it just takes a little bit more time. Anyway, I need to get digging, and I don't know what to do with these guys. And oh, wait, hang on a minute. Okay, now I'm really confused. So we've got an acacia villager and 2 mountain villagers. What the heck? It decides what they be. That is really weird. Also, why the heck is there another one? I don't see how there's... Ugh, this is confusing. But I need to figure out a way to sort of get them away from here. If I let them all free, then they're just going to swarm these beds, and then unfortunately that means I'd have to kill them, and I do not want to kill the villagers because that means that they're all going to hate me, which is probably not going to be the best thing, seeing as I want to trade with them. Okay, I think the best bet is to just fence these guys off so I don't have to risk them sort of running off anywhere. I'm pretty sure that's going to keep them in, so let's just break this. Oh, it's also keeping me out, which is a little bit annoying. Okay, I'm going to make full... No. Okay, there we go. You should all just... Okay, well, I was assuming them all to swarm out, but that's obviously not going to happen. I'm going to have to research in how this is sort of like decided, because I guess it's going to be quite cool to have sort of like the mix. So I'm not complaining. Just really confusing. Now, I kind of want him to get out, otherwise I'm going to end up being trapped in there with him. Okay, that's good. So we'll just push them. Oh, villagers are so irritating to mess around with. Okay, wait, where are my fences? No, wait, no, because they can go through that. There we go. Although, I think they can come through that gap. I don't think they will, because they'll just fall in the hole. Okay, so now I need to decide how far down I want to go. I'm guessing it should be okay to go, I reckon like maybe 20 blocks or something like that, because I'll move them sort of out, sort of like lengthways as well as vertically, so there will definitely be sort of a decent distance away from the sort of beds that are up here. I'm probably going to need ladders. I do not want to get trapped down there. Okay, 50, let's go 15 blocks. That's exactly how many I'll be able to come up. Okay, so 1, 2. Well, I hit a cave just before 15, so I don't actually know how many blocks this is. Ah, shit. Where's my sword? Sword. I could have just used an axe. Behind, but that. Holy shit. What the hell did you do that for? Well, yeah, you won't be mad happy with me, will you? You've just taken an absolute ton of damage. I'm surprised you actually survived that. Okay, well, that's really confusing. That's probably 15 blocks. I'm just going to say that's 15 blocks. I don't really know what to do with this guy now. I'm probably going to have to kill him. Oh, well. So now I want to do a little bit lengthways, so I can kind of get like a little bit of a building here that we can build off from. I don't know. I'm really scared that zombies are there, and that's why he decided to fall down. I don't have a bed with me, though. Damn it. Okay, I'm just going to have to dig out a little bit. I don't know how far I want to go. I'm guessing it doesn't matter too much because I can always move the sort of ladder system that I use. So I'm just gonna go up here, I think. Mainly because I'm actually really worried about my poor new villagers that I've got. As long as I don't kill my breeders that I'm not too fast, that would be like absolutely terrible. Because I do not have enough villagers now to fill them, which means I'd have to go really far. And yeah, I really can't be bothered travelling like to some distant village. Well, that's dirt. Okay, God, I can't even see. Luckily, I have got Optifine, which makes it so much easier. And we are free. Oh, I'm an absolute idiot. It wasn't one of these guys that fell. It was a new baby that they were producing. Right. Okay. So I need to. I'm just gonna kill the baby that's down there. But I need to get some water so that I can break the fall, because I do not want them all to take full damage. Although it seems like they can actually survive it, which is surprising. Where did I put my water source? Ah, by all my like many pumpkins I've got. So let's go put this down. Do I have signs? No, but I know where there is a perfect sign I can use. So I can get my beautiful carrots. Awesome. And then the water, I'm just going to put sign there. Water there. Fence for now. There with a... I'll just put a block there. Actually, no, I'll put glass just so I can actually see what's going on. Perfect. See, this is exactly why it's so handy to have a bed by your projects, because this would not be fun to do at night time. Now let's see how easy it is to push these little guys down their hole. Oh, no. Now he's going to try and get to his bed, isn't he? Oh, well, let's push these guys in. Okay, there's no need to get angry with me. Down they go. They're like having a fun time down there. Oh, where is... Oh, I hope he's not trampling on my crop. Why the hell is he doing over there? Do I have my... I have got my boat. But I'm not going to then be able to get that hill. See, this is why villagers are just so irritating to use. Come on, get in the boat. I don't know what I just did there, but he seemed to be riding both a boat and a minecart, and now he has got off, and he's just going to wander really far away again. That was a lot harder to break than I thought it would be. Okay. Come on, villager. Do what I say. Oh, damn it. Guys, catch him quick before he just charges off. Oh, what the heck is he doing? Come on. Perfect. I don't even know why I care. I might literally just kill him. I'm gonna be getting enough. Do you know what? I'm gonna be getting enough villagers. This guy's just had it. Sorry, guy. But you got to keep villagers that comply with you. You don't want any to sort of be stray and challenge your authority. Let me take my little chest down so I can collect my carrots. Let's see if I can actually pick up the chest. Okay. And then we want to glass that up. Perfect. So we also have this poor little guy to deal with. Oh, he died so quick. Poor chap. Oh well. It put him out of his misery. He wasn't happy down there. So this is my plan. This is how I'm going to build it. There's going to be a lot of digging involved, unfortunately, which will take quite a long time. But I'm hoping now they're like far enough away that these breeders are going to keep popping them out at a decent rate. So I'll be able to, in no time, build up my village portfolio. Please don't shoot me. I'm going to die. I don't even think I've got any food. Right, I need to get back to my house. And I've decided that I've got so much excavating to do. It's probably a good idea for me to get an enchantment table and hopefully enchant a diamond pickaxe to some extent. So that's probably what I'm going to do really quickly, and at least it'll mean that I've done a little bit of progress on my house. It probably won't even be the finished place because it's so big. I can probably have like a dedicated library, to be honest. Oh, my 3 pups. Obviously missing me. Oh, the little baby's grown up as well. I would feed you, but yeah, I kind of need all the food I can get. I'm pretty sure I got chicken in. That is definitely my chicken stash. So let's see. I don't have that many reeds, but I do have a lot of leather, which is good. So let's see if I can make some. Whoops. How much paper can I produce with this? Yeah, that's definitely not that much. Yeah, it's 3 books. Actually, to be fair, you can make quite a lot. I guess it's more the leather that's the difficulty, isn't it? How many will this make? 10. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Let me just get some wood. I think. Okay, I'm sure I have a ton of oak in this chest over here. If I can do my really easy parkour there. I most certainly do. Okay, perfect. Let's go make that. And I have some more reeds as well. Okay, that's good. So let's make these. Although I'm going to need make some more planks. Okay, and that's nice and quick. Let's see how many bookshelves this is. Okay, 10. That's not too bad. I don't know how many it is for a level 30 enchant, but I definitely have enough reeds in here to get to a level 30 if I need to. So my plan is to get my 4 obsidian by dismantling my poor nether portal in the nether side, because I'm pretty sure I'll be able to just remove the 4 corners to get the 4 obsidian that I need. Okay, yeah, I'll definitely be able to do that. It probably will take me quite a while, so hopefully I do not get attacked by anything whilst I'm here. Okay, perfect. Let's get this enchantment table. There we go. Now, where should I put it? The issue is I don't have a silk touch. Although, to be fair, when I get this, I'll hopefully be able to get a silk touch soon anyway. So I reckon in this little corner over here is going to be good. So let's just put it down. Then now let's figure out exactly how many we're going to need. Do you know what? It might actually be enough. Or it might literally be just not enough. So I need to grab some lapis as well. Okay, so that's efficiency 3, which isn't actually too bad, but it's only level 20 enchantment. So I'm going to make a few more books here, and let's see what we can get it up to. Okay, so this is a level 30 enchantment now, and it's efficiency 4, although that is silk touch. I don't know. I'm probably going to try and get up to level 30 to enchant that, because I probably don't want to waste 20. Well, it wouldn't actually be wasting. It'd only be wasting 2 levels, wouldn't it? Although it would also be wasting a diamond pick, and I don't have that many diamonds, so I'm probably going to have to just go mine some quartz and get up to level 30. And for our first ever enchantment on this world, we got just efficiency 4, which is pretty bad. Yeah, I was kind of hoping for at least unbreaking, but I guess we gotta just take what we get, I suppose. Yeah, sorry, villagers, but it's just the way it has to be. Why aren't they burning? I mean, I feel really bad. I've just killed a baby. Oh, but yeah, I feel like it's probably best if we just kill these guys because they're just gonna cause so much trouble if I don't. Now, why aren't they... He's got in the water. Well, oh, of course, because of the sign it wasn't flowing. Okay. Let's just leave that like that. So hopefully now we won't get a huge build-up of villagers, because we really don't need them right now. And yeah, they're just going to be irritating to sort out the water streams and stuff, because I plan on bringing them out a little bit more this way into sort of this big chamber, which I am yet to dig out. Okay, so I've got my little villager collection area finished here. So my plan is I'll be able to make it so I can just collect one villager at a time and send them to their specific location or wherever I want them. And then my plan for that was to have sort of multiple corridors leading to giant areas. So like I'll have a huge area full of farmers, huge area full of librarians, etc. with all of the trades. Now that's probably going to take me a long time to dig out and make and breed the villagers for. So this is quite a long-term project, but I think it's going to be really useful, especially when I get more emeralds and stuff. And I'm also going to have a elevator here, or at the end of the corridor, wherever I make that, going up to a house in the village. If I want to send them up, sort of the bad villagers with the bad trades, I can sort of expel them. And also maybe I want to use some villagers for, like, when I want to make an iron golem farm or something, I'll be able to send them up and then use them for that. But I have got a lot more digging to do, unfortunately, and I feel like the first section I want to make will probably be for farmers. I'm going to try and sort of decorate each sort of chamber sort of in the theme of the villages that are there, just to make it a little bit more interesting so they're not all the same, and it'll make it a bit more fun to watch and make. Okay guys, so I have now cleared out this whole area here. I have got a lot more to do though, and unfortunately my efficiency 4 diamond pickaxe that I enchanted has passed away. There most definitely is not going to be any more digging used from that pick unless I can repair it, so I will have to get another one. I've sadly had to move on to iron pickaxes now. But from what I have got done, I've managed to complete 2 jail cells here, and we have got 2 inmates, and the first one, who is named, is Dolores, our first farmer villager, and she's got some nice trades. She is selling me a beetroot for an emerald. And we also have another guy here who I have not yet named, who is trading me carrots. I did not mean to place that, but yeah, so carrots. I quite like this design. I didn't want to go for the same just dark oak, so I tried to use some birch and some spruce, and I think it looks pretty good. I am going to make this one another layer high, but I'm going to push it back a bit so it's sort of inset. I'm going to obviously make this roof a lot taller and that a lot further lengthwise. This is going to be a pretty big room when it's finished, but for now I think this is okay. It sort of gives you an idea of what it's going to look like when it's finished in a very sort of small scale. But I do like the little cages that I've made. I've planted some carrots in there for this guy and some potatoes here, so they, you know, they can still do a little bit of work. They can enjoy their natural behaviours of farming. I decided to put this sort of birch sort of barrier here just so I didn't have to worry about them escaping when I'm leaving. It just makes it a little bit easier. And then you can always reach them, unless they do go into that corner there, but they don't tend to do that. And I even gave them a little painting as well, so I think it's looking pretty good. It's going to take me a long time to dig out all of the areas for all the other villagers, because I'm pretty sure there's about 14 different types. But my plan for that is I'm probably going to just make a single room just for the farming and just for the librarians, because they're the ones I'm going to need the most different types for. And then for all the others, I'm probably just going to sort of mix them. Like I might have 2 types of villagers in one room or something, like put the toolsmith and the weaponsmith together, stuff like that. I have not yet decided, but it will take me a long time to get to that stage, because I do not have a lot of tools here, so it's going to take me a long time to dig this out. Also, I think I'm going to put a item frame here to show what the villager is actually trading. So this one's obviously carrots, so I'm going to do that. I don't have any beetroot yet. I did go exploring for some, but I couldn't find any anywhere. So that was really useless. But anyway, guys, I think I'm going to end it for this episode, because we've got quite a lot done. And we've got a new project to start working on in future episodes, so we can sort of spread it out and split up episodes and work on this every so often. And we also have a amazing supply of villagers here. There's absolutely tons of them. I will have to add a killing mechanism though, because we do not want too many stacking up here, otherwise it probably start to lag a bit. and we've got a nice supply of carrots. So anyway guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.